Three representatives from various pageants for Mrs. Universe are about to grace the stages of their respective competitions, exhibiting the best of Trinidad and Tobago. We have more in this report.
The international legs of the various Mrs. Universe competitions will soon welcome our contenders for top positions. Mrs. Glamour Sarah Indalal noted that through the competition they have been learning and becoming great friends, growing through the process.
We wanted to show the entire Trinidad and Tobago what our pageant was like and what our training process was like as well. So you could see the transformation from at the very start to the very end. So at the very end, every single woman that took part in our pageant could have seen her growth.
Mrs. Grand International TNT Rayanne Francois said that even though the competitive spirit was high, the contestants could also see themselves in a light sense.
We had forum night where each delegate had to do a presentation on domestic violence against women and children. As you probably know, most pageants have a social cause, and that is the social cause for Mrs. Universe globally. So after the forum, we had karaoke, which was a fun evening, as you can imagine, because we are not singers in the least.
The idea of sisterhood, Mrs. Francois says, has grown, and they all now depend on each other. Endorsing this idea, Mrs. Universe TNT Melissa John Ramsubag said that as her competition approaches, she appreciates the hard work all the contenders were able to accomplish together.
My pageant is on the 2nd to the 10th of October in South Korea. I'm very excited. And I would say this pageant that I would have entered among these women here prepared me for that, because this pageant we did is basically a mimic of what to expect, the exact same thing. So we would have karaoke, forum. So this pageant prepared me a lot I should say, not a little, to get to the international stage.
Beauty no longer lies only in the hands of those who are single, and the three representatives for the Mrs. Universe pageants are ready to face the international level to prove the value of this change. Marie-Therese Bernard, TTT News.